Nice weather is great, but unfortunately it also comes with sinus trouble. And now there is some new information about something else which may be responsible for your sinus problems. On your site, health reporter Alicia Booth has more.
Well, every day it seems like you hear someone complaining about their sinus issues. Chronic sinusitis is incredibly common in this country. It affects tens of millions of people. But thanks to the work of a local doctor, we now have some new advice about how to avoid it.
Now that spring is finally in the air in Cleveland, so are a lot more sinus problems.
And I'm just always congested, like all in between my nose area, down in my throat. And if it's not like real stuffy, then it's running, then it's leaking down my throat or, out my nose.
And Andrew Robinson is far from alone. 40 million people in this country now suffer from chronic sinusitis. And one of the villains behind this problem is a familiar one: cigarette smoke. Cleveland Clinic ear, nose, and throat doctor Michael Benninger helped oversee a newly released study which shows breathing someone else's smoke dramatically increases your chances of having sinus trouble.
We estimate, based on this population, that you have a 40% higher likelihood of developing chronic sinus disease if you have routine secondhand smoke exposure.
The results of the study didn't surprise Dr. Benninger, but the magnitude did.
That magnitude was pretty impressive to us. It was more than we expected.
Bottom line, if you're a non-smoker, Dr. Benninger suggests you do what Andrew plans to do.
I'll definitely be more careful about being around secondhand smoke period, because I hate smoke.
You might just find some relief from some of the symptoms that come with a change of season and the release of all that pollen. And
if you do smoke, try to avoid smoking around other people because you can harm their health.
Now Dr. Benninger says that they'll be looking at whether long-term smoke exposure can affect your ability to bounce back from chronic sinusitis. In other words, they're concerned the damage could be permanent.